That one's gonna be my, for example, let's say this is my intro, this is my track, and then it drums. Yeah, this is my drum kit. So this is my sound actually for this track. So if I go for a second track, I can name it like bass, for example. So as you can see, we have now 2 tracks here. So it goes up to 128. So when I already have my drum track, I can go for a second one. Let's go for bass. I just select the key group, which is the instrument. Let me see if there's any. So there's a this one is preloaded. So but I can, if I go to my program edit, so I can see everything of my instrument. So this is the sample for the instrument. I can go for groups, I can go for the range, polyphonic, fine tuning, transpose. I also have a filter and envelope for the instrument or for the sample, LFO, effects. So I can, let me show the effects. It's really cool because they are all standalone. I mean, they're running without computer, which is pretty amazing. So I can put effects on one pattern, on one pad, or the whole program, or for the whole track, or for the whole send. So this is really powerful.
How many effects does it have? How many slots on each?
Four
slots?
Yeah, 4.
For every track.
So for depends for one pad,
yeah,
or for the whole kit, or for the whole channel. So you depends on. Or you could go for like sense and reverse, sense and return. Yeah. So this is my bass now. So I can play it chromatically. So we are not limited to 16 pads, but we have also banks here.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
8 banks. That means 128. So they're chromatic now, but I can go to my pad perform mode, so I can see there's. I can set the tone. See, a little too high. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's crap. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, I can go for chords also. They're all automatically in the scale which I set it, or I can go for progression. So those are pre-progressions which are already loaded, but I can create my own progression on the computer and load it into that. So this is really cool because I just play chords, press on analyze, and automatically analyze the chords and the progressions, and then load into my MPC, so I can play my own progressions, which is really cool. So this is another way to play instruments, or I can go, of course, I can plug in a MIDI controller, a MIDI keyboard, and just play it, just playing like I'm used to with a keyboard. So pretty easy. So this is the second way how to program sounds into it. So this is one mode, this is another mode. So if we already have everything, we can go and record some vocals, for example. And let's do for track 3. So I hit the audio here, and if you can see, there is a record button here and the timeline here. So we have the sequence set it on 2 bars. So we see the 2 bars here. This is the bar 1, bar 2. We can go and just load up, because we're not recording now. So let's go for some random stuff. So this one, do it. So let's say this one is gonna be our vocal. and I can just place it everywhere I want. Let's do on that one, and I can cut it here, and then can delete it. I can move it around. So I can also, which is really cool and very powerful, is warp it. So it automatically fits into the time. So it's some kind of time stretching. So that means if I change the master tempo, the audio will not be affected on the pitch, but it changes the tempo. So it's
the same as Ableton, right?
Yeah, right. So it's not gonna be Mickey Mouse or Santa Claus, but it stays the same in the same pitch. Of course, I could change the pitch here also because it's warp. Very powerful algorithm.
Is this pitch shifting the function is effect on the all?
No, only on this audio track. Only on that.
How many tracks the maximum at the same time?
So we can go up to 8 audio tracks.
8 audio tracks.
So yeah. So usually you use the audio tracks for vocals, or maybe for a second guitar or whatever. But most of the music that comes from the MIDI tracks, which are sample based or sample recorded. So you can go up to 128 MIDI tracks and additionally 8 audio tracks. So after that, if you have all your sequences, you can go for the song, for example, and you export that. So we can go, for example, let's go, this one's our first sequence. We go, first sequence, we do it 5 times, and then we insert the second sequence for 4 times, and on and on. So this is going to be our song, or we could go for this next sequence thing, that is then change the sequence. So there's obviously nothing played in the sequence, but we can go back to our first intro. So this is another way to produce a song, but what we can also do is like perform with that one or with the live. That is, we have implemented a new feature which is called clip launch, which is similar to the APC which we know. So we have, let me load up a clip. So if I choose that one, so we can load every stems or every loops that we have into the clip launch. So we have it now here. So as we can see, they're pre-met in the color. So we have the red, which is our drums, and if we change it, they always in time. This is my bass, this is my harmonics, my vocals. Turn it up. So with the touchscreen, we have the ability to do effects on the fly on the screen. So as you can see, we have the cutoff here and the filter. One, two, three.
Is it maximum 4 tracks? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of.
It goes up to 8.
8.
Yeah, we can go. We have, of course, we have banks here.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I think it's more than 4 because it depends on how you group them.
Okay.
So depends on how you program them for muting of the other group. So we have a lot of banks here, so you can just go over other banks. So this is really cool because you can mix the new thing with the old. So this is gonna be sound very crap, but I can add. You see that I can add clips to the previous music which I created.
It's kind of like a session view as a Ableton.
Yeah, right, absolutely. And the cool thing is I can also the loop I created in the drum mode, I can go and just hit export, bounce the audio, so I have the loop exported to audio. This is also really cool if I use the computer. That one is a controller with the computer, so we're gonna have plugins here. That means I have all the VST instruments which I have on the computer. I can control from here. Let's say it's gonna be, let's say for example it's massive or silent or Nexus. so I can control or I can play with my MPC with the sound of Nexus, control every parameter here on the OLED display, can see clearly what I'm controlling, and I just hit after programming the stuff I want to. I just hit on bouncy audio and have this loop on my MPC, which is really awesome. So then I have it on my MPC and I can go and just perform with it. So sorry for the musical mess. Yeah, that's the way how you can perform with it, how you can record things. Yeah, let me show the record things, because of course you can go up and load up one of the big samples we have here. They are really great. I can go and search for it, hip hop for example. So I have Audition on, so I can choose one of the 14 gigabytes sound included in here. Or what I can also do is I go just into the sampler, hit the arm and record some samples. For example, I have a H2 zoom device or field recorder. I go in and record some trash cans, pop, pop, and I just go back into my my sample edit, have it here. I can trim it, like finding the start, pop, pop. And then I can chop it like so, finding the so it's a bit too loud. So finding the end. So this is gonna be my process. Discard, okay, discard, do it. So deep house clip, yeah, okay, name it AAA. So this is my vocal. This is my sample now. This could be my, for example, my trash can. Go into my that one. Create a new track. Go into my program edit. Sample AAA. So there it is. So it could be everything, or yeah. So I can remix things up. I can use samples to play music. I can rearrange things. I can create some new kind of remix. I can go record some Frank Sinatra intros and then slice it up and then create a beat and lay it down. So this is a really cool stuff for hip hoppers, for dance, for electronic music, for analog machines, because it now has CV gate. CV gate also has MIDI implemented. So this is really awesome, very powerful. So you put it into the hub of the studio, you can connect all the devices onto it. No need of a computer. So this is fully MPC workflow. So you might know the difference between sitting in front of a computer, clicking with the mouse, and losing the focus, or losing, you know, if I sit in front of a computer, the music which is in the output is always sounding the same, because it's always a workflow I'm used to. So, or in front of a keyboard, you know, we're sitting on in front of a keyboard, it's playing, and this is a totally other way of workflow. So my chords are always the same, my progressions are always the same, but now I have another way to play in all the music. So the sound, the music's totally different, only because of the workflow. So this is another workflow, and this is why it's so famous for, because it's the MPC workflow. And so those two devices, they aren't different in the software. The software is always the same, the features are the same, but this one is more has more control knobs, more in and out. But this one is, I always am joking, like, this is my mom, because I put it on my table. It's always in my home, and everything is connected to that. And this is my little girlfriend, where I can take it everywhere I want to. So because it has battery power, I can take it to my bed. So this is my lovely position. because I could just grab it and go everywhere I want to. The battery it's a lithium-ion battery. It's running on 19 volts here. It's similar to a laptop. And there's a dude over there, the dude in blue. I gave him one of the MPC lives, and he's playing with it all the time, and he's running on battery. So he has no charge, no power supply unit, and I give it to him on 10 o'clock, and then on about 2:30, 3 o'clock, he comes to me, and then we're changing the MPC. So this is running like a half day, only on battery, for sure. So if you go on stage, don't worry about okay, I don't have a battery. Or if you go on a plane, the only problem is if you fly to Australia, that will maybe last too long for in the airplane. So you need to buy 2 of them.
How long is the charging time?
The charging time, it depends on if you're using it or not using it. But I knew that before, but I forgot it. I don't want to say anything wrong because it's recording now. But I think it's around about one half hour. Yeah. So we started at 10. And it was nearly empty. Now it's on 80%, but it's still running all the time. So when it's running, it's not charging that fast as it's off, obviously. This one is really cool. It has a phono input too, so you can turntable with this. It's really cool.
Same functions like the other one.
And if your battery is running, your iPhone battery is running out, you can charge that one. Let the battery charge it. That's my power bank too. So pretty funny, pretty awesome.